Hello, Marco. Hello, Anna. We are with Marco Malacarne and
Yeah,
Anna
hello everyone.
Anwood. Hello, hello, welcome. And thank you for taking the time to have this conversation. We are going to have some sort of interview to understand what's Medianos and what people are doing with Medianos and what's Medianos for. And I have a set of questions. And I don't know if you want to briefly introduce yourself or we just jump into the questions.
Yes, let's jump into the question. Let's put Medianos in the center of our interview.
Awesome. Okay, wonderful. So, what's the main objective of the game in relationship with conflict management, conflict transformation? What's the purpose of the game? The objective.
The purpose is to works with the awareness of the people and give to the people the idea that to have a discussion and to fight with the words, it is a good issue because some people avoid to get in conflict with the people because they think that it is not useful, it is a bad things, and most probably it is this behavior or this idea comes from the family to from the society around. And when they discovered that it is possible to discuss and to fight to each other in a different way, the to fight with the words, it is a good point, and it is not something that we need to avoid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Anna, in any time if you want to jump in and share, that's great too. Um, so, what does the game consist of? So, what's all the
Uh,
about?
yeah,
Can you?
there are some steps, and it takes around 20 minutes for one cycle. And so this game start with the talking about the when the fight occur with the words in the past, and with some steps. The two people that play this game are going to explain some feelings, to ask some questions, to guess some emotions, and mainly steps that start an internal work on the emotions, on the emotion of each people. And at the end, the people finish the work by with the understanding that arguing is inevitable, but they have another way to use the fight to fight with another people in a different way with a different outcome.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what type of conflicts does the game simulate or address? Interpersonal, community, organizational, environmental, corporate? What kind of game conflicts can
Mm.
people
It
address?
doesn't. It really doesn't matter. So it is not related to the outcome of the game. So it is only um, a chance to be in the state. So, for example, you can start arguing by two people that would like to park the car in the same place, who is arriving before and the other later, or with one person that buy a car, but the other person will not have this car because they are living together, but one person decide and the other one did not decide and did not join the decision process. So it really doesn't matter. It is only a chance to start going in the flow of in the emotional state on the conflict.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, it
okay,
is not
okay.
related. So you can it should be something that the people, because uh, the game can be played by children, by people that have 20, 40, 60, or 80 years. So there should be something that must be on the well known by the two players.
Mhm, mhm. So, what are the main dynamics or mechanisms of the game? I mean, is it negotiation, is mediation, is a conversation about their feelings or about facts, or is decision making, or is a conversation to bring awareness, or what's the dynamic?
Yeah. It is a complex game, hide on simple steps, because every step has a different scope, a different purpose. It is mainly to bring awareness, as you said, also to make every person aware about the feelings of the other person, but not in a direct way, but with some with a step in which the people try to try to guess the emotion of the people that they have in front of them. The people judge the other person and use bad word to describe the what happens. Use a bad word to say why I am feeling like I am feeling. And one of the key point is the use of the giraffe, that it is a game changer, but it is only one of the game changer. The giraffe is used to switch the words from bad words to good words. So as much it was before hard the criticism towards the other person, as better it is the giraffe when it comes to the play,
Ah,
to the game.
ah.
And so there are different steps with mm, different awareness moment, I would say.
Okay, so can you guide us through the step by step and what's this giraffe that show up in the
Yeah,
game?
yeah, of course, of
Can
course.
you tell us step
So
by step?
I will give you step by step, even if what it is very important is to play the game. So once it is described, it has a sense because you understand the steps. But playing the game is a totally different emotion, a totally different trip, really, it is really a journey, let's say.
Hmm, hmm.
So here the step. We there are two people that play this game. We start asking when you remember the fight of the last, when you argued the last time, if you think about 3 months ago. Then the same question, or if you remember, or if you see someone that argue 3 days ago. And then the last question, preliminary question, is choose one of these two periods and think about what happens. Then there is a sentence that it is that argue and fight. It is something that it is natural. It is something that it is that we cannot avoid. After that, we, as a game, we say that we have some rules. And we have 4 rules. The first rules is that the players will talk to each other directly. The second one is that we need to be authentic, even if in some point of the game you can be a little bit more emphatic. The third one is that there will be no interruption during the game, only in a dire emergency. We say in Italiano solo in caso di vita o di morte, so only in case
Death
of
or life.
life or
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Yes. And the fourth rules is that people that it is looking at the game or it is participating, not being players, are also players, and in a certain time of the Medianos process, they will be involved directly.
Uh-huh.
Then we start to argue. So, okay, then 3, 2, 1, let's argue, let's fight after defining a situation. So, imagine that you are on the supermarket and you are paying your stuff. You are going to go to the line, and your contendant is giving is going straight forward and in front of you. And so let's play with this situation. So and then the two people will fight by words, and they argue. I see at first, no, you are not you come not first. I was first. No, you are not first because no, you are sleeping. Come on, don't boring me. I am too much. I have less time to go. And then normally this phase is only for around 10 seconds, not too much. The main target is not to fight too much, but as I said, is to go in the mental state of the fight.
Okay.
After that, there is the first step is to ask which word do you prefer between 3 words. That it is, for example, star, water, and basket. So the players choose one of the words.
Mm-hmm.
After that, there is the first question. Anyone is asked for guess which emotion the other person is feeling. And once it is answered, we ask to the second person, is that the emotion that you are feeling, or it is different because you are the only one that you know the feeling that you are feeling right now. Then we change the person. So the person that talk at first ask is answer to the same question. So again, choose which emotion the person number 2, the person number 1 is feeling, and with the same process. Also, the other person say the emotion that it is feeling. Is angry, is uncomfortable, or anyone.
Mm-hmm.
After this step, that the people is explaining what they feel, they say why they feel what they feel. So in alternative way, the person number one say, I'm angry because you are so you were really not respecting me. Then the second person said, I'm boring because you are not giving to me the step because I was the first. After that, the next step is to judge, so to say something about the identity. So the player number one maybe said that you are and then you judge the other people with words, maybe with a bad words, and the other person do the same. So there is the step of the judgment.
Mhm.
After that, after this judgment, there is the giraffe that comes to the show, and the mediator said, "Okay, then you judge. You said bad words. Now, without do not change the meaning of what you would like to say, but replace the words with good words, because the giraffe has a big heart, because has a long collo, a long neck, just so
Yes.
it is the long neck, so the words can stay on the throat more time, and they become very good. Okay, and so the people is changing completely the words and say good words to the other people. Okay.
Yeah. And do you get frozen?
uh,
Oh.
the, the the mediator change physically the position of the player if they are live. Okay, if there is a Zoom call, we say that imagine to change the position and to make the same step, but by only by the mind. 10-second eyes closed. We say to the players, think that you are the other person, and with his voice or her voice, with his dress or her dress, and feel what you feel. After these 10 seconds, the people open again the eyes and go back to their position, to the initial position, and they are again themselves. And then we ask directly, which feeling you feel being the other person? And every player answer to this question. So, how do you feel to feel the other person? After that, the next step is a similar question that we did at the beginning when we asked to guess the emotion. And we said at the beginning, the player number two feels worried. What is the feeling that you think that your the person in front of you is feeling? And the people try to guess the feeling, and we ask again to the person, is that the feeling correct, or it is different because only you have only you are the only people that the only person that knows is feeling. And then we will switch the roles and make the same question to the other person. Okay. Um, After that, there is one of the last step, that it is to close again your eyes and dive to inside yourself. Think only about yourself and ask yourself to answer to this question. What is my need that I am feeling now? What is the feeling? What is the need, my deep need that I have now? This normally take around 10 seconds, more or less. And the people, each person said, I am a person that needs, and they explain their needs. Okay. After that, there is the proposal card, the proposal step. So every person said, ask for a proposal, ask for say the proposal, and ask the other person to do something if in the future a similar situation may happens. So if I say Joao, the next time if we will be in this situation, I will ask you to do something. The other person can accept the proposal or do not accept the proposal or make a little variation. Okay. The other person, the other people, the other person do the same. So make a proposal, also another in another proposal that it is not linked to the first one. So there is no link to the first proposal. And ask if the mediator ask if is acceptable or not. Then the game it is finished. People will clap the hand because they did good work, and with this applause, with this step, there are final two questions that are, let's say, a kind of ghost question. The first one is, how did you feel when you played this game? And so people answer one and the other. And what is the experience for? What is the purpose of the game? And also, and the people answer to this question. And that's all. These are all the steps and explain, let's say, in a very quick way. And again, it is a game in which the timing it is very important, and so the time must be fast enough that people can stay into the game and can stay with the mood that help that the game work well.
And what kind of responses do you get from these ghost questions, as you mentioned? What do people say?
Ah, oh, they say more or less everything. People say that we need to we listen to stay in the other shoes, in the people other shoes. That it is useful to have a debate in a good way, to mitigate the emotions. Most of the people said that they feel uncomfortable, that it is one of the big scope to make people uncomfortable. So that means that it is helpful, the game for them. A lot of people said I'm not so comfortable on the to argue with someone else. So it is it was very a, a game changer time
Hearing.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and others
And,
say, "Oh no, no, I am very good on fight, and I don't need to do it." And so I say, "Good. So you are the perfect player for us because we want to learn from anybody."
uh-huh. And what do people learn from this game? What are their takeaways?
The main takeaways is based on the question, what is my need? Because after all the process, people change their mindset, their mental state, and they start maybe with because they don't know what happens, what is the process. So they start very maybe conservative, maybe a little bit shy, maybe with some big question mark painted on the on in front of them. But then put, putting ourselves in a different manner, changing the position, thinking about the emotion, at the end, the answer to the question, what is my need, it is often something that it is not related to the game. It is not related to the experience. It is related on a real need of themselves, and it is this is I think it is a really a fantastic things that can happen because using the game as an experience, they will understand, the people will understand more of themselves.
Uh-huh. This is great. Now, I understand that you go from the situation, the fact, then the emotions, then the needs, and then a proposal. So I understand that Massimiliano Ferrari, has developed this game, and I'm wonder if
Ciao
there.
Massimiliano. Congratulations to develop this game. Thank you.
Hola, hello, ciao. So I have a question. Is there any kind of theory behind or any theoretical framework or approach for the design of this game? Um, I don't know. There are many researchers and many theories like nonviolent communication, like Marshall Rosenberg, or those things, or those guys, right? So is there anything behind that? Do we
Yeah,
know?
yeah. It is all you said and much more, because the theory works normally well. But what it is, let's say, a little bit disruptive of this game is that it is a way to do it that it is not so predictable. And
Mm.
so it is something, a process that it is surprising because there are some steps, all the steps are, yes, related one to the other, but there are some steps that are not so simple to imagine, and so the people is not prepared on answer some question, but the theory behind that it is well known works again well, and even better if you don't know the theory. So it is an experience in which you don't need to have a background, a special background. Consider that playing this game in the schools, the children, so the 12, 13, 17 years old teenagers become mediators at the second game that they will play. So there is you don't need any preparation or any training. You do it by your experience directly. That it is also a magic process. Massimiliano is one of the big the coach, because give to the people the power to do without any fear. Because you need simply to be together with one person that know well the system, and while you are doing all the steps that we saw before, If you miss something, there is a person near you that help you on the process the first time. And then the second time you understand better, and then the third time even better, and so on. And every time you do the game, you do the experience, you learn something. You learn something from yourself, but you learn something from the players, and you grow as a better person because you create such a flow. And the if you go inside this flow, it is the experience that is very important. It's not you, not the player, not what you said, but the experience itself that worth.
And in what context have you played this game? And I think Anna also has experience playing this game in different settings. So, in what kind of context or settings, like educational, community, corporate, political, where have you played this game?
Personally, on the schools, at work, so by organization in the work, environmental area, sports, so teams, basketball teams, but also with other sports. And fair with when you meet people that comes to different shows on these on not related to the argue or to the fight directly. For example, last week I was on a meeting of engineers of AI, and we fight with some engineers. So human beings, no worries. There is really no limits to the method, and the better things that I can say is that it is really a universal language, and you don't need to change anything. If you talk with guys of 11 years old, or the AD of a big company, or no matter what.
Thank you, Marco. Anna, can you share some experience playing this game in the corporate or organizations or church, or what can you share with us?
Well, I can share with you the ones that I have used the most, which is to save marriages. And my experience has been really wonderful when I have done it with them, and we're done doing the Medianos game on a couple that has a lot of issues and to discuss, right? We discuss one issue at a time, right? And so when I do this and we finish the session, they go, wow, we have never had a discussion like this in our lives, not even with a therapist, not even, when we were getting along better than now. This has been a very successful hour. And so when I have done it in conferences, I don't use it is a little bit less personal, right? Everybody does it on their own when with me leading. And I think I need a little bit more training on that, but everybody gets a little aha moment saying, wow, I never thought that I never put myself in your shoes and think of this issue, thinking inside of your body, and realize that you're really judgmental. I didn't understand why you were feeling this way. And so I think this game really helps us understand, and like Marco says, really feel empathy for other people. And at the same time, I think it's a marvelous game because um, we have always tried to do this, right? But when it's put as a setting as a game, you go, okay, it's a game, I'll play it. But never, we never did it when you guys know, we have done it, right? And when we're trying to resolve a conflict in mediation, but we have never used the techniques that this game has to really get us thinking instead of using more judgment, you use more empathy. And so this resolves a conflict with flying colors, and people even don't even notice that is resolving in the same game. And then when they're done, they go, "Ah, we did it. We did resolve one issue." So yeah, it does not apply to a lot of things that I do, but it does apply to when I have mediating conflict of some sorts, right? Not sometimes in a divorce, I don't use it, but I do use it on issue or any dispute.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I have
That
used it in companies, family companies. Family companies are really tough because they're family, and then they have a business, and they still, between the brothers and sisters, they say, "Well, I think I have less than you. Why do I have less part of the company than you?" And so, anyways, it has worked great in those settings for me.
that sounds great. And yes, I agree that family companies are very complicated, more than regular companies, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering, because you are talking about being judgmental, and you are for real putting on the shoes of the other one, so it may be a good piece in training for mediators and others to use this game, so people bring their own awareness. Um,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. Now I have a couple questions, more questions, and it's like, have you faced any challenges when implementing the game? Have you run into any difficulties? Uh, if so, how did you deal with that? Or maybe there's no difficulties playing the game, like
I have
facilitating
run.
the game. Okay.
I have run into difficulties depending on the personalities of the people. I have run into a difficulty saying, "Oh, forget it. I don't want to play that game. It will take too long. I don't want to do a game. Let's just talk seriously here."
Yeah.
Depend on the personality of the parties. Yeah, I have had that difficulty. People don't want to give it a chance.
Hmm. Yeah, and sometimes people are afraid to face their own fears and concerns and be open, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's tough. I don't know, Marco,
that's
have you experienced any of those challenges?
Yes, of course. People have a fear of their feelings normally. If there is maybe women and the man, normally is a man that do not want to play because
Right.
yeah.
women are more comfortable or express their feelings and so on. But the better outcome of the game is when a person that do not want to play find something, find, let's say, is a haha moment, and after the game said, "But okay, it was really a good experience. I'm happy for that." So nobody finish the game saying, "Oh, so what?" So
Right.
always people is. I don't say I would not say enlightening about the moment, but they finish the game better than they start.
Right, right. So it may
But
we may say it's a little transformative experience. So
yeah,
somehow
for sure.
you, yeah, awesome. So what would you both recommend, or what kind of recommendation would you give to anyone who wants to implement this game in their own settings?
To be natural, to follow simply the steps and to practice a lot. There is really no secret, and to trust on your feeling, but following the path in a very follow the method. So do not make a variation, because this will change the outcome, and this will not be the Medianos system, let's say, the
Right,
Medianos
right,
steps.
I
right.
would, I would,
Anna?
I would also suggest to follow your gut, because sometimes it could be useful, very useful, and sometimes you might have to wait to use it on whatever's, uh, follow your gut to the right moment to use it, and introduce it with a lot of positive thinking, yeah, making it really, this is going to help. Believe me, it's going to help. I think, like Marco was saying, I have the same problem. A lot of men they just don't want to use it. They don't want to do it. But I think if you sell it to the other ones that are thinking of doing it, like a woman or other people, I think it is very successful. It's very successful, but I think it's following your gut when to use it and when to wait to use it at the right time.
Right, right. And this is
Yeah,
my last, please.
another advice, sorry, Luis, is
No.
not to wait the time needed for the people to think about themselves. So do not interrupt when they are checking their feelings. So to interrupt when they start to speak too much,
Yeah,
because they are reasoning too much, but do not interrupt when uh, they are uh, they are checking their feelings. So
yeah,
give them maybe 10 seconds more.
right.
It is nice for them.
Yeah, yeah. Now I have my last question for both of you. And uh, do you, Marco, Anna, and others, do you offer any type of training or support to facilitate this game? What about if our listeners or people are watching uh, wants to learn more about how to facilitate this game? Are there any
I,
training opportunities? Go ahead, Anna.
I asked Massimiliano and see if I could do this, which was to give it to the people that I am helping save their marriages for future use. And he said, yeah, you just give it to anybody that wants it. And so to me, I do that. I train them how I was trained by Medianos on how to do it by themselves. Right. And they can use it. I would like to introduce it to the school system here in Utah. And so I'm excited. I think there's going to be some training coming up in a few days. And so, because I think the school system could benefit tremendously if we can get educated when we're little to
Right.
resolve conflict. And so
Yes.
I'm excited about that. I don't know much how to train a school. And so I really would like to learn that.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it is very easy, Anna, Luis, because if you understand the method, you need only to make experience, to train yourself a lot of time with all the people that you meet. We have in Italy and in Europe, I would say, some training time once every 2 or 3 weeks in Italian language, because the method is well known in Italy, and people experience and make a training on the method together with Massimiliano, that is give some hints and give some more experience. We have Medianos Camp, we have Medianos meeting for 1 day or 2 days in different place of Italy, in the north, in the center, in the south. So people will meet each other directly and play Medianos. We have directly live or by, as we are doing right now, every maybe twice a month. And then we have also dinner with a conflict. We call it. We have dinner together or a lunch together, and we will make a Medianos play. So there are countless, sorry, countless possibilities. It is only based on your creativity or the way to meet the people and to put people together and make the experience with them.
That's wonderful. And to my embarrassment, I don't speak Italian, even though my grandmother from my father's side was from Florence or Firenze. She was Italian. She came to Peru back 10 years, many years ago, but I never learned Italian. So
But
are
you
there
come in Italy, you will learn very quickly. Don't worry.
indeed. So are there any training opportunities in English or Spanish or other languages?
Of course, we are. I think that this is one of the first one. But to do it in English, we have also the cards in English. We can share with you that it is already prepared by the team. I would say also that the Italian team is very wide and with a lot of people that are passionate about
Uh-huh.
the method
Yeah.
and that work on the schools, that work on the companies, that make a lot of work free of charge because it is the input also by Massimiliano that ask to do not ask anything about only ask for people that believe on the method and would like to spend time for the good will and for the to help other people to live better, let's say.
Okay, this is great. Has been wonderful. And if people
Yeah.
want to reach out to you, can you send me later, I don't know, your email or your website, or who people can contact in order to learn more about this? Do Medianos have a website? Can I put your
Yeah, of course. For that, I would suggest to get directly in contact with Massimiliano and organize everything. But for sure, there is some WhatsApp group in which people organize all the meetings and with the Zoom at this time, and so there
yeah.
are a lot of project ongoing, and we are happy to support and to grow together.
Awesome. This is wonderful. Anna, any last comment? Anything else you want to share?
Well, I think it would be great to do more trainings in English. I think it would be really good to have meetings like they do it in Italian and have some
Yes.
trainings in English. You know, there's going to be one for 4 hours, I think, coming up. I don't know. I think it's going to be in Italian, but I think it would be great to have them in English because even though we have studied a little bit of Italian, we still don't get it.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Also, my English is not perfect, but it is also an opportunity for me to be more fluent in English and prepare for you a better explanation.
Mm.
But again, making a play together, it will solve a lot of explanation and will
Right.
save a lot of words. So maybe next time we will, you can invite your friends and do one match, one
Yeah, yeah.
one play with Medianos.
Awesome.
The best should be that you do not anticipate anything about
Right.
and keep it secret.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. This has been wonderful. I really appreciate Ana, Marco, the time you have shared with us, and we will be in touch. And I will put the information so people can reach out. This is
It
great.
was really, really a pleasure. Thank you very much to invite us. Thanks to Anna and to Laura for the timing also, and for you, Luis, to for your time and your question and your emotional presentation.
Awesome.
Thank you very much to you.
Great.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So
Keep
see ya.
safe.
Take
Have a good
care.
time. Ciao,
Yeah.
ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Bye bye.
Buonanotte dall'Italia. Ciao,
Buonanotte.
ciao, ciao.
Ciao.